ABC 10 News 24/7 starts now.
And good evening, I'm Steve Atkinson coming to you on our ABC 10 News streaming platform. A driver is facing potential DUI charges for a deadly crash that killed a 5-year-old girl and critically injured 2 toddlers in Deer Springs. That scene unfolded around 2:30 this morning. The CHP says the female driver veered off Interstate 15 near the Gopher Canyon Road exit and then tumbled down an embankment. She suffered minor injuries, and CHP does believe alcohol was a factor in this accident. She is now facing multiple charges, including felony DUI causing death. Now to the latest on the coronavirus in San Diego County. 275 new cases were reported today. That brings our total now to more than 285,000. And there were 4 new deaths, bringing that total to 3,786. Also tonight, a local mother says that she was diagnosed with a rare neurological disorder after receiving the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Kelly Francis got the single shot back in April. She says a week later, her feet started to hurt, then her legs, and days later, she woke up with intense neck pain and her face was frozen. 5 days later, she fell and was completely paralyzed from the waist down. In mid-May, a spinal tap revealed a diagnosis of Guillain-Barré syndrome, also known as GBS, where the immune system attacks nerve cells. Francis says her neurologist claims it's from the vaccine.
I was angry because I was told to get this to prevent COVID, and this is so much worse, and it has long-term consequences.
Now, just yesterday, the FDA warned of a possible link between the J&J vaccine and GBS as they look into about 100 cases, but it's important to remember, again, this is out of nearly 13 million doses. The first checks from California's Golden State stimulus program will go out September 1st. This is according to a spokesperson for the governor's office. 2 out of every 3 Californians qualify to receive that $600 stimulus check. Qualified families with children will get an extra $500 on top of that. Today, the San Diego Police Department announced a crackdown on ghost guns. A ghost gun is a homemade gun that does not have a serial number and is not registered with the state. In 2018, San Diego police say that they seized about 53 of these ghost guns. That number has gone up every single year. And this year, they've already seized 233. The San Diego police have also created a ghost gun team, created with the help of a sergeant and several detectives to help tackle this issue head on. Now there are calls for the city to create its own laws on ghost guns.
I want our city council to act, especially because the new California regulations won't be in place for another year, not until July of 2022. And I don't want us to wait a year to act locally here.
Gun rights advocates say existing laws are restrictive enough right now, and the fact that ghost gun numbers are on the rise proves that more laws just won't solve the problem. A not guilty plea today from a man accused of intentionally hitting a San Diego motorcycle officer with his car. This scene unfolded in Mira Mesa last week when the officer tried to pull that driver over. At one point, police say the driver shifted into reverse and crashed into the motorcycle, pinning the officer underneath. He suffered minor injuries. The driver got away but was arrested the following day. He is now facing a charge of assault with a deadly weapon on an officer, and he faces 35 years to life in prison if convicted, due to having 2 prior strike convictions. And a milestone moment for the transformation of the old Qualcomm Stadium to the new Aztecs Stadium. In Mission Valley today, crews, they placed the final steel beam, which signifies the completion of the framing.
It's been fun to tell people that, we're going to do something to actually do it. Just the world today, it's like you hear something said and it's like, yeah, do I really believe it? And we did. We believed it. We've been transparent. We have said all along, September 3rd, 2022, hadn't been easy, but we've kept our head down. We've done our work.
Especially here in San Diego. Crews say that construction is on schedule so far. That new stadium is set to open in the fall of 2022. Macy's is looking to hire nearly 3,500 people at its stores throughout Southern California. Those positions include full and part-time positions. In fact, 260 of those positions are available in the San Diego area. To support this hiring effort, Macy's will hold a national hiring event tomorrow at its stores from 11 in the morning to 7 at night. Candidates are encouraged to apply online in advance. Walk-in applicants will also be welcome for the on-the-spot interview. Macy's says that applicants often receive an offer the very same day they apply. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back here in about 30 minutes with another update. More local news is just seconds away.